And
welcome back, guys. It's Mikey. I am here with a very, very important family to me in our household, and I would assume to you guys too. It's kind of hard to not know the Van Strahlings at this point, I think. And I wanted to get them today. We're at Overland Expo West, kind of hanging out and talking bikes and stuff. It's a new segment for me and for the boys too. But I'll let you introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Peter Van Strahling from the Epic Family Road Trip, and recently the Adventure guys, we just picked up 2 KTM 690s. My brother and I have been traveling on them, but our family with the Epic Family Road Trip has been going around the world for the past 6 years, full-time in a Jeep and now 2 Jeeps. So just been exploring and having fun.
Epic Family is a movement, man. It's like, it's so, I don't know, you guys just do it right, in my opinion. Obviously, you know, we're here, and these kids really do represent their parents well, and that's a huge core value for me and, you know, us at Fieldcraft Mobility, and that's why I really want to get these guys up front and kind of talk about what they're doing and how they're doing it and support them at the same time. You recently had a little bit of an accident, I think we can call it, right?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
It's totally a crash, but 30 miles into the bike, we were going on an off-road trail for the first time, kind of harder than what we had been going on before.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got a little overconfident and had a decently bad wreck in the bikes, and all good now. But
you're all good now. Everything's okay. So what happened specifically? I know you got damage to the bike, but
so I went about 45 straight to a big rock, which is kind of and it was the worst rock ever. It was a sharp rock, and I was wearing a full face helmet, all the equipment and gear, but my face hit right on my handlebars where my mirror mounts actually were, and it cut my cheek pretty bad, but then it broke my cheekbone and like fractured my eye socket. Obviously I was knocked out for a bit.
So when the accident happened, I don't know if you remember, I don't even think we talked about this. Was there a specific med kit or anything that you guys on hand, or? Yeah,
actually, so what for me on the bikes, we had no luggage at this time, so it's also the worst.
No, we get all happy that you went to the show.
So at the time we had absolutely no luggage. I was actually carrying years ago at 19 Expo. You guys gave us the tourniquets with the gas holders, and I actually had one in my pocket with a bunch of other stuff. So I was happy I had that. Yeah. Thankfully my injury didn't need anything like that. But yeah, we had no luggage, so I had no med kits with us on the time. So I just was using my helmet to look at kind of what was happening. I felt like my eyeball was falling out with that. So like I was looking at it, I was just like, oh no,
dude.
The way the blood went, I thought my whole face was ripped, so I was like scared to kind of move around or whatever. Yeah, I picked up the bike, and back home, Dan was filling up with gas. He didn't even know I wrecked. Yeah. But then a truck came by, and I told him what happened, and you know that my family was up the road, and they went up and told him. And then Caroline, actually, we have your the bags that sit on the back of the seat we got, and she got a whole bunch of stuff prepped and set up.
That's good. That's good.
So,
and by home you mean your camp, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys don't home is they just move around. So yeah, it's good for context, because we have this conversation all the time with us, and it's preparedness. Anything can and will happen, right? Yep. I mean, you say you got overconfident, maybe, but it's kind of one of those things with I guess I'm learning that now with Moto is you're going to take spills and you're going to have to address something like that. But so you guys fixed your face, fixed the bikes.
Yep.
What do you got on there now? It seems like a good setup now.
Yeah, we got all the Moscow soft bags, 2 25-liter panniers on the side, and then a 40-liter duffel.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then we got their tank bag as well. This is the Nomax tank bag.
This is the one that like shields your phone and stuff, right, from messing up the gyro, I think is what I was reading on it.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Okay, yeah, probably. I actually haven't read that.
Yeah, because I was reading, I want to mount my phone, but you know, these iPhones are like super expensive, and if you shake them too much or have that weird vibration, even on mountain bikes, I was reading, it could damage that. But one of the things on Moscow said it would mitigate all that.
Nice.
Very cool. So what made you choose these guys?
The Moscow bags, or just the whole setup?
Yeah. It's like a complete solution, right?
Yeah, totally. So this is, the pannier system is really easy to live out of, and since we're traveling full time, it just made sense. You can pop it. This isn't strapped on, obviously, but this is like our main clothing bag. So when we just undo 2 straps, we can walk around with this. It's got our tent and a bunch of other stuff that we want.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So right on top here, this is a tent flap and it's our waterproof jackets.
Very cool.
So when we're traveling, it starts raining, and then to take off panniers, it's like you pull one little thing and you can slide the whole thing off.
Very cool.
You know, wherever you're going.
Okay. No, I like that. I mean, honestly, selfishly, I'm asking because I need to set up my bike too. So
yeah,
this is pretty
soft panniers are a great idea because if you drop the bike on yourself, you're not gonna
break your leg.
Yeah, it's not a big aluminum box. So at
Very
least
cool.
got a bit of give.
No, okay. So you guys got the twin bikes. Your little brother. I mean, you guys aren't really little. You know, I remember coming here, 2 years ago when we did that stuff, and you guys, you know, little boys hanging out. You're like my height, and I come over. It's been a pleasure to watch you guys grow up for sure. But you guys have both bikes. Are you towing the same line on what's going on, or are you gonna make them identical, or what are you thinking?
Pretty much the same. Just the idea of getting two of the same bikes is we're sharing parts. So if anything happens, we buy one set of spares, and it'll work between us both. Hopefully, we never have to use it.
There you go.
And we both like the same stuff. So
absolutely. No, and dude, loadout and redundancies of having both bikes. That's why we run 2 Jeeps. You know, all that stuff too.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Love it. How do you guys have it mounted here? Because this is one of the things I've been looking at for my setup.
Yeah, so this is called the Ultimate MX Hauler. It's a hydraulic jack, a 2-ton little jack that lifts this base plate that the bike sits on. So when, like what we did with the other bike, I just lowered it down. You can slide it off and slide it on, and then it's just held on by these 2 pegs. The straps here just as an extra safety, but they've actually never had a bike break off. It is a little unnerving though when you put your new bike up.
Oh yes. I drove mine home from the dealership on a ramp because they didn't have any of these things, and I was like, oh my god. 2 hours of just stressed out. There's no reason to be. These are pretty dialed.
Yeah, they're
well,
solid.
very cool, man. What do you guys have in store for the future?
Well, we just came off the Colorado BDR and kind of cut that short. We're having a lot of fun up on those big passes, Imogene and everything.
Yeah, that's right. I saw that.
Head back there to do all that stuff, and then just travel around kind of the south and west of the states.
Very cool. Well, I'm hoping that we can at some point link up and like we were talking about, get Glover out. Or I'm actually shopping for a bike for him right now too.
Oh, nice.
I think before we close, here's a good way to close it. Why did you choose the 690 from KTM as your guys' ride?
So for years we've been looking at bikes, and my initial thing was a 1250 GS.
Big boys.
The big nice looking bikes.
Boys.
But what we really wanted was something that can hit the highway when we need to, but then be great off-road, because off-road's where we spend 95% of our time.
Yeah.
So we landed on the 690 because there's also a 500 by KTM.
Mm-hmm.
They're lightweight, but it performs very well on street. There's a super moto version of it, so you can literally do a conversion just with the wheels. It's all designed for that. It's a huge LC4 engine. The 690 cc's is amazing. And then off-road, it's nimble and light, and that's how I got in my accident. It felt so amazing. It's truly like a really capable off-road vehicle. Yeah. So
very cool. No, I love it. I love it. Do you know what the inseam height on the seat is?
I believe it's 910 millimeters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what's the math on that for inches?
No.
That's Americans. I don't know. I'll look it up. We'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, it's something.
Well, again, man, thank you again. I appreciate you guys.
Totally.
If you want to find them again, it's Adventure.
The Adventure Guys.
The Adventure Guys on YouTube, their Instagram channel, and Mr. and Mrs. Van Strahling, you've done such a good job. We talk about these kids all the time, and I hope you guys know that. We're like, when my kids grow up, I hope they're like Caroline. The boys, I don't know, but Caroline. We appreciate you guys again. Thank you guys. This is all the Overland Expo West stuff we're doing. These guys were here. If you didn't get a chance to come out to this one, make sure you do it the next time, because there's so many resources like these kids who are doing it in real life. So we'll catch you on the next one.